All right, welcome back. So check this out. So from the last video, we talked about what's gonna go on back here. So what we're gonna do in this episode is we're gonna knock out this floor design that we came up with. So as I mentioned before, we're actually not gonna take the lazy way, and we're going to take all of this out. Can't reach it. Oh, that's gonna be lovely. Again, we're gonna take all of this back out because we're gonna actually use it to transform the floor to our base. So I decided to go with something a little simple, but I think it looks pretty awesome. It's just, I know you heard that. I heard that. So simple pattern here. We got some pale oak. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Wrong button. We're gonna use our pale oak log, but we're gonna strip it and then with just some pale oak planks. And we're gonna do like that checkered pattern. So it's kind of gonna give it, some depth to it, but not just look kind of plain and boring like this. Excuse me. So that's what we're gonna work on. It's gonna take a little bit. So let's cue the time lapse. All right. All right. So that took really probably about 26 minutes or so. So it wasn't too bad. Um, so let's go back over here and let's just clean this up real quick. So, excuse me, man, I'm a little dry. So this part is done, this level all around here. So what we're gonna work on next is because I'm gonna continue this same pattern all throughout this main level, but I think one cool time lapse of the floor would be good enough for y'all. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna wrap this up over here and clean this floor up, give it a nice little look. I think this simple checkered pattern is gonna be pretty sweet. I'm gonna like the way it looks, and I had an idea that I wanna try out, and we'll see. If you notice, I kind of placed. No, I can't do that. My head will hurt. I kind of placed a few of these pale oaks in the horizontal position instead of vertical. Excuse me, by accident as I was, placing these down, and I kind of liked the look, right? But not enough to completely change everything, right? I still like how, they look vertical mixed in with the slabs. But what we're gonna do is, I think I'm gonna go around and at some random spots, let's take a look over here. Let's see. Let's just go here, here, here. Just completely random, right? Like I'm not going for any particular here, except that let's do no, you stab it. Stab it. Let's do this. All right. So let's work out with this area here. So boom, 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 boom. I'm trying to get a little bit better with mixing different block types to kind of create that depth, depth, depth. depths that everybody talks about to kind of give it, you know, more detailed look, but nothing too crazy. Little little subtle changes here kind of make a difference. And it's not something that I think is gonna, you know, pop out and like, you know, bite you if it was like, you know, a snake or something. But I kind of like it. See, little transition, you know. So we're gonna do that. I like how that looks, so we're gonna stick with it. So we're gonna work on that in this area. I'm gonna go through and finish stripping the rest of these pale oak blocks that we placed down. And once I'm finished with this area and then this area over here, I'll get back with y'all because then I got something else planned pretty cool. Um, the next video is gonna be about our lighting against the back wall, and I have some pretty cool ideas that we're gonna play around with. So give me a few minutes and then I'll be right back. All right, everybody. So now this may not be like immediately after the same day. Maybe it's a few days later and 2 other videos later, but that's because I was working on another video. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. It was a side quest. I called it "We Got a Beacon." So make sure to check that video out. It was actually a pretty long one because we actually went to the Nether. We got ourselves some Wither Skelly Skulls, Soul Sand. We summoned the Wither. We beat it, everything, and we got ourselves a beacon. So if you haven't seen that one, go ahead, check it out. It was pretty sweet, and had a lot of fun making it. So, but now back to our mountain mega base floor. So last time we met up and we're talking, or rather working on this floor, I saved you the time lapse pane, or I saved you the pane and created a nice little time lapse of me finishing the rest of the base. And it came out pretty sweet. You'll see I also dropped this down and made this a wall. And if you don't know why this is here, they're gonna start popping up around here because we're just not gonna leave this whole area open, and we're gonna go down in deeper into the mountain too. Especially now that we have the beacon, it's gonna be great. But up above here, like this area, this is my sugarcane farm, and here is my bone meal farm, and then wait a minute, bone meal farm, and then this is my wood farm. So of course, you know, it ended up being an afterthought of making an underground base. Tends to be what happens. So instead of, you know, knocking down my farms up there, I'm just going to take that as some inspiration to break this place up a little bit and, you know, give ourselves some hallways and passageways and stuff. So I'm going to do it there. I'm going to do one here as well. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with this one because I don't want it to block out my little outdoor viewing area here that I made. So we'll figure something out. But back to the next part. So I did all of this. I didn't do it here in this room. Because I have a different plan for this room. I'm gonna, I might close it off there. And I love how my potion brewing area came out. I actually added some storage here on the sides and a cauldron here and a cauldron there for dipping arrows and stuff and water. I have another video coming out on potion brewing specifically since we actually had to learn some potion brewing before fighting the wither. So not sure exactly how we're going to work that out, but we will. And I'm going to make a door here into this area, and I'm actually going to change this design up too. Man, I'm telling you, it keeps flowing. We also were playing with some armor trims, so the ADHD is real. But what we're gonna do next, I know I said we were gonna work on a design for the all interior lighting along the exterior walls, But since I took all this out, this pale oak that we use for down here, we're actually going to go. We're actually going to do it. We're actually going to go get more quartz. I know. I know. I know. We got to go to the nether. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. And we're going to see how much we actually get, because I do really love this ceiling pattern that I came up with. You know, it was just on the go. I really do enjoy it. I think it's pretty sweet. I like it. And I like the pattern that we get here too. And believe it or not, I actually like this, and I can't pronounce it properly. Celiac, something like that. It's the block that we find in amethyst geodes. So it's really hard to find. At least I haven't found a big, vein of it yet. And, I'm actually considering using chunk base. Using chunk base. I know a lot of people, I've heard about it. And I've used it a few times while ago, like when I first started to help me find some things. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it yet, but it would really come in handy to get some of this material that we need to build. But also, I don't want to take away the exploration part, and discovery of Minecraft. So we'll see. So we're gonna go to the nether, and at least we're gonna finish this whole area with quartz, and then we'll see how we feel about this area. But let's go ahead and jump to that. Let's head to the nether. But before, we need to nether portal room. Yep. Let's check our project wall in case we need anything before we head down to the nether. Okay, so one thing I forgot, even though we got kitted with our netherite shoes and pants and our golden helmet so we don't get attacked by piglins, I forgot. When we fought the wither, I was standing too close to the wither, and when he went boom, I went boom and died. So luckily we still had, we went back and got the nether star, but all of our gear was missing. So we got our tier 2 first netherite decked out gear that added some trim to it. But our pickaxe has silk touch, unbreaking, mending, and efficiency, which is great. But I want fortune 3 on it, and we can't have silk touch and fortune on a pickaxe. So before we head to the nether, we need to make ourselves a fortune 3 pickaxe. So let's go knock that out real quick. Okay, so now we have our diamond fortune 3 unbreaking to efficiency and mending pickaxe. Let's go head into the nether and go get some of this quartz. Okay, so there's quartz in a bunch of places, but it's of course where we don't want to go. So let's go ahead and let's see what we got over here. All right, everybody. So check this out. We're gonna have a little moment here. Red pill, blue pill, red shulker box, blue shulker box. So let me explain it here. So you saw flying around. We were trying to catch. We were trying to collect as much quartz as we could. Well, that was taking forever. So this is what we're gonna do in typical Minecraft fashion. When you want a lot of stuff, when you need a shulker box full of a material or anything really, there's a way to automate it. There's a way to build it. There's a way to get it. So I'm just going to give you a quick example and show you what I'm talking about. Red shulker box. 64 blocks of quartz, We have nether quartz and block of quartz. So we have, it's that quick math, 74 blocks after we converted all these nether quartz into nether blocks. That took us about 25-ish minutes, 30 minutes, give or take, flying around what we were doing before. And then I had a little thought after I went to sleep. So, trading. You can trade with piglins for everything. Not everything, but a lot of things in the game. Emeralds, enchanted armor, quartz. Yes. So, this is what I did. Red box, we went over. That's our manual labor, which is also fun. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy it. Exploring the nether. Blue shulker box. With all these materials here, we created a piglin trading farm, bartering farm. Trading, bartering. Little farm. And it's really cool. And yes, it's expensive. It requires a lot of gold. So what did I say before? There's ways to make stuff happen in Minecraft. Make a gold farm if you have it. It's gonna save you so much time, and you'll be able to do cool stuff like this. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So I built it here in the nether. It's a pretty cool, simple farm. I kind of enclosed it to kind of help with the surrounding piglins, and I'll tell you why in a moment. So let's head inside. So we're gonna give this guy a name. I haven't figured it out yet, but we're gonna give him a name because this is where he's gonna live from now on. So this system, this design, I'm not taking credit for. I'm going to pin the creator in the chat because it was an awesome tutorial. There is a redstone clock under there. There's a piston here. There's a dispenser behind Piggy's head. We got to come up with a name for him. A hopper and a chest. So basically, sticky piston with a gold block. So the way this works is we're gonna go over here. Boom. We're gonna throw all of this gold in there, and the way it works is when you trade with a piglin, you drop him the gold ingot. You wait about 8 to 12 seconds. That takes forever for him to give you his trade, and it's totally random. You don't know what it is. So with this farm, and I'm still figuring it out, but from my understanding, the reason why the piglin is going to trade almost instantly is because every time, well, when we turn the farm on, every time this piston goes up and down, it resets the piglin's AI, and then it immediately does an instant trade. So check it out. Flick it on. It's actually pretty sick. So all the drops hit the hopper. They go into this chest, which you can see, or tell rather, I've been running it already. And this is what we got so far. So I ran it another time with 9 stacks of gold ingots, and this is what we got. We have this chest full of potions that I'm gonna put in there. We got this chest with all of this awesome stuff. I mean, obsidian, crying obsidian, blackstone, gravel, nether brick. There's so many arrows and string. What we're gonna do is make like a little trash chute like I have in the overworld, because I have a lot of arrows and a lot of string from our other mob farms. You do get a really nice amount of leather, which is always needed for books. And this is the cool thing too right here. Enchanted boots with soul speed. Oh, soul speed. Oh man. So one you can't get with a librarian. If I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure you can't get it with a librarian, because I reset all of their trades and I didn't get nothing. A bunch of soul sand also, which is excellent. Now, this is where it gets good. In here, this is more of the cool stuff that you can get. Enchanted books, Soul Speed 1, Soul Speed 2, Soul Speed 3. Oh, it's wonderful. Ender pearls, dried gas. We can have all the happy gas we want in the overworld. It's gonna be sweet. We also get fire charge, which is also great, and you get iron nuggets. But also, you remember how much quartz we got back there in the red pill choker box? Yeah, this is what we got with just running 9 stacks of ingots. So what does this equate to? Let's find out. So boom, boom, boom. Let's take that with us. I'm pretty sure it's gonna work when I'm not AFK in here. So get the trading. But this is the scary part. The reason I put the walls there, let's see if this causes them. That reset also triggers and me opening the chest, other surrounding piglins to be angry and attack us. So I actually had a piglin walk in there and try to attack me. So shh, we're hiding. So we got this almost 4 stacks of nether quartz, right? So, and again, it's expensive. It costs us iron ingots, but it saves us a lot of time from flying around and mining it manually. Look, see, look at that. With the reset, he's trying to get in there. Sorry, pal. So let's convert this nether quartz into where is it? Oh, I'm gonna feel like a dumb once I find it. I believe it's the first one. Block of quartz. Okay, so there we go. And it took like maybe 2-3 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, let's call it, and I didn't have to spend a lot of time running around, and now I can do other stuff and just let it run. So it's totally worth it, I think. Pretty simple farm to make too. If you guys want and you like it, check out the tutorial. I'm gonna link the original creator's tutorial in the comments, and just check it out. I'm gonna start doing more cool farms like this, to show, you know, just a lot of the cool stuff you can do in Minecraft. And that's another reason why I really enjoy this game. You can build these kind of systems to help you progress in the game, or also just to do fun build projects like we're doing now. And also part of progression too. You need a mega base, right? Hello. So really cool. I did enjoy as a little side project. So we're gonna run it a few times. I'm gonna collect over here, so hang out with me. We're gonna do a pretty short time lapse because I'm gonna try to get through this as much as I can and try to fill up. I think one whole shulker box should do us to finish what we want to do at the mega base, mountain base, mega mountain base. I like it. What we're gonna need to finish up the ceiling. So let's get to it. All right, y'all. So this got crazy real quick. From piglins jumping in there trying to attack me, to inventory, just items dropping all over the place. Like the hopper couldn't keep up, and it just started spewing items everywhere. So I'll get into more detail in the next clip, but wow, it got crazy quick. This farm is super efficient. So hang tight, we're gonna get through it. Okay, so quick change of plans because that just got hairy pretty quick. We're going to have an inventory issue, kind of like we did with the XP farm, which y'all haven't seen that video yet, but we'll get there. I need to do some inventory management to kind of speed this up. So I got a plan. I'm gonna go grab a few more shulker boxes. We're gonna color code them, come back, so that while this thing is running, we can kind of pre-stage everything in shulker boxes, so I can transfer them from that single double chest where the drops are coming into. And then once we're done and we got what we need, then I could just take all the shulker boxes with us back to the overworld and put it in our main inventory. So let's work on that. All right, everybody. So it's been a few days, and this little project has kind of spiraled a little bit into something good. Yeah. we need to go in here and see what's been going on here. It ended up just being, oh, I'm gonna get a little bit of quartz too. Oh, good God, we have a sweet inventory of stuff now. So I kind of made this little fortress area in here because of all the other piglins were coming and causing all these issues, and kind of like an easier loading system for us to go back to the overworld. But we've ended up getting so much good items that I ended up making like an inventory system here, just to kind of deal with the overflow. And there's gonna be a bottom, a second level layer, that I started working on, but that's again spiraling into a much bigger project. So let's grab our quartz. We should have enough here to do our ceiling back at our mega main base. But yeah, this thing, yeah, it's sick, guys. Like, I'll show you here real quick. This is where I get ready to transport to the overworld, and this is just overflow that I'm gonna have to have here. Ender pearls for days, fire charges, oh god, brick, stone, crying obsidian. We have a lot of gravel, which is going to be great for cement and other projects. We're going to have a gas army, I'm telling you. Yeah, we have so much gravel, guys. We have these almost full. The leather production has been great. We're never going to have to worry about leather. These are soul speed boots. They are iron, but they're fine. Everything doesn't have to be netherite or diamond. So I'm keeping some of those. Fire potions, splash fire resistance potions, and regular fire potions. We're keeping those. But yeah, this is gonna be sick. We're gonna make a whole nother series on, not series, a whole nother set of videos on Piglin Bartering farms. So let's head back to our mega base, and I'll show you a little bit more of our overstock, and we'll get to building the ceiling. Okay, so we're gonna let all of this cook, smelt, run for a minute, and then I'll catch y'all back once this is all done and we got our smooth slabs ready to lay our ceiling. So hang tight. Okay, so after we ran our Piglin Barter farm, we got probably almost a whole shulker box full, and we figured out we had to smelt them after we made the quartz blocks into smooth quartz blocks, yes, so we can make our slabs for the ceiling. Well, after all of that, after we smelted everything over back there, back there, this is what we got done. Yeah, and that's because a 64 stack or 64 blocks of smooth quartz, when you make it into slabs, you get, double. So you get 2 stacks of 64 slabs. Yeah, we're gonna need quite a bit more. So let's head back to the nether and let's run our piglin bartering farm for probably another hour or two. For me, for y'all, it's gonna be quick. So hang tight. All right, everyone. So check this out. We are back from our bartering farm in the nether. I'm pretty sure we are stacked and packed now. I already smelted all the the quartz blocks into smooth quartz blocks, and then crafted them into slabs. So this should be plenty to finish up our ceiling design. So we're gonna hop to that to knock this out. I have a really cool surprise at the end of this video. Typical Minecraft, one project led to another, which led to another, which is awesome because I learned a lot from just, something simple as, oh, I want quartz, ceiling, to I just learned how to create a gold farm, which I mentioned before. I'm gonna have a video on that, and a pig bartering farm. So really cool. Again, one of the cool things I like about this game, is there's always a way to automate something, you know, improve efficiency. So really cool. Let's jump into it. Let's get this ceiling wrapped up. Cue the B-roll and some cool music. All right. So we are finished with our ceiling and I think it looks awesome. Yeah, it was a lot, of course, but it was worth it. I mean, it's gonna look so sick once we actually get our lighting set up in here. And yeah, it's just gonna look awesome. We're gonna do something similar to over here, but I'm gonna try to get my hands on some frog lights. And we'll probably still use I'm still playing around with this design, but we'll go over that in the next mountain base progress video. But what I wanted to go over real quick with this video, again, is one of the cool things I like about Minecraft. I think I mentioned it, you know, before. There's always a way to automate. There's always something to learn. There's always a way to make something more efficient in this game, which is what I find to be really attractive. So this project was cool. And just from this one project, I actually learned and built 2 other farms. So, and I'm going to go over those farms in a minute. So we're going to head to the Nether Hub and then we're going to talk about it. So hang tight. Let's get over there. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. So like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we needed a lot of quartz, and flying around the Nether is cool, you know, finding the quartz, getting the XP. Great. Hey guys. Whoa. It was great. It's a fun way to do it, but typical Minecraft faction, I know I repeated myself already. There's always a way to make something cool. So check this out. This is what we ended up doing in this video, which is why it took me a little bit longer than I planned, but you saw it before. This was our Piglin Bartering system, and I kind of went a little crazy with it. So remember I mentioned there's going to be 2 floors to this place? Well, we got the downstairs wrapped up, so check this out. Let's head on down. We got some steps over here looking all official. So, yeah. Item sorter. This was really fun to do. I'm still playing around with redstone, still learning it, so I got this from another YouTuber that I'm going to make sure to link in the comments below to check out his videos, because he's helped me a lot with some really detailed and cool tutorials. So basically what I did is I took his design and I modified it to fit my needs. That's what's really cool too. You can see item sorter videos, you know, bamboo farms, anything, and you can kind of segment them, or rather not segment, but modular, build them to fit your needs, right? So I combined a piglin farm with a auto sorting system. So it's really cool. So up there, the drops come down from the piglin, from our trading. They come down here into these hoppers. I got the items sorted how I want, because these piglins trade a lot of stuff. And this is the overstock and what's eventually going to be trash. Besides the soul speed boots, I'm going to make another little auto sorter to filter these guys out, but everything else is going to be trash. But it's really cool. Again, one of the cool things I like about this game is the automation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little progress video on my mega base. I have a few more videos planned, and I did record myself building this auto sorter and kind of modifying it and stuff. So be on the lookout for those videos coming out soon. Again, like always, I already Really appreciate you guys for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.